Pedro Pascal is once again in the news for attacking Harry Potter author JK Rowling, presumably because she didn't give him the attention he was seeking the first time he attacked her, so he has to double down on this. And while he's entitled to his opinion, he's also the face of major Disney franchises in the future, and if he continues down this rabbit hole, there's potential for ramifications not only for him, but also for Disney. Pedro Pascal doubles down on heinous loser. JK Rowling comments in Vanity Fair cover story, calls author a bully. This is coming from that Park Place. Pedro Pascal has once again spoken out against Harry Potter author JK Rowling, this time in a new Vanity Fair cover story published Monday. The actor, best known for his roles in The Mandalorian and The Last of Us, revisited his April social media post in which he called Rowling a heinous loser after she celebrated a major UK Supreme Court ruling on gender issues. In the interview, Pascal reaffirmed his stance. Bullies make me effing sick, he said. Now, I think it's kind of funny that he's calling J.K. Rowling a heinous loser after she's celebrating a victory that she's been advocating for years at this point. Because for those of you who don't know, J.K. Rowling is an advocate for girls and women's spaces to be protected against various predators. This is something that Pedro Pascal himself opposes, which is why he finds himself at odds with J.K. Rowling, despite the fact that they probably agree on 90% of all other political issues because she wants to be protected against various predators. Well, suddenly she's an other and Pedro Pascal just hates her vehemently. Rowling, for her part, has revealed that she is a survivor of abuse and violence earlier in life. In a 2020 essay, she explained that her concern about allowing biological males into women-only spaces are deeply personal. Her position, she wrote, is not rooted in hatred, but is firsthand experience. She expressed solidarity with women who share similar histories, and honestly, that seems pretty sensible to me, but Pedro Pascal doesn't strike me as a very sensible type of guy. I'm mentioning these things now in an attempt to garner sympathy, but out of solidarity with the huge number of women who have histories like mine who've been slurred as bigots for having concerns about single-sex spaces, she said. Critics of Rowling, like Pedro Pascal, often dismiss her as an intolerant, but for many supporters, her advocacy stems from the belief that women deserve safety, privacy, and dignity, especially those who've experienced harm. I don't know how anyone can oppose that sort of thing, but many actors have also come out against her as a result of this. Even the upcoming Harry Potter series star, Papa Isiedu, signed a letter condemning basically what the UK Supreme Court ruling ruled on. Something that people were asking J.K. Rowling specifically, what was her opinions about? One of the leads in the upcoming series saying this, and she said, yeah, he's allowed to have his opinions. I'm not going to fire him, even if I had the authority to fire him, because we can disagree on certain things like that, and that's fine. Something that I wouldn't think a lot of these actors would actually grant her, but still, that's just the world we live in. But going back to Pedro Pascal for a moment, though, because him saying a lot of these far left positions could, like I said, get Disney in hot water, because if you actually think about what they have in store for the future, he's pretty much not necessarily the face particularly, but he's the lead in their major franchises moving forward. He's going to be a big part in the upcoming Marvel series. He's also going to be a big part in their upcoming Star Wars series. And him saying a lot of this stuff is not necessarily a good sign for the company, because one of the things Disney has done in recent years is tried to present themselves as, oh, we're just being politically neutral and stuff like that. We don't take any position. Please don't reject us for being like far left or anything like that. We'll cater to both sides of the political aisle. Something that a lot of audiences have not really believed them when they said that sort of thing. But one thing that really doesn't help Disney's argument and why a lot of people don't believe him is the Gina Carano lawsuit, because she sued them for firing her because of her political beliefs. And they said it wasn't because of her political beliefs. It was because of the rhetoric that she was saying on social media when she was saying, basically, can't we all just get along? That was too much for Disney. So they fired her as a result of all this. Meanwhile, Pedro Pascal, at the exact same time that Gina Carano got fired, was calling half of the country Nazis and saying anyone who doesn't agree with him are Nazis. It's something he's tried to retract, but Still, he just doubles and triples down on a lot of his extremist rhetoric. And then he says stuff like this. So when you get Disney on the one hand saying like, no, we're trying to be politically neutral, we don't fire people because of their beliefs. And some people might be questioning this whole thing, suing Disney for firing for political reasons. But in California, where her lawsuit is currently being filed, you can't fire people for political reasons. And right now it's looking like that's what Disney did. And the fact that they fired her for the stuff that she said on social media. Meanwhile, they allow Pedro Pascal not only to maintain his career with Disney, but also to expand his career at Disney when he said stuff that's way worse than her. It's pretty much just given more ammunition for her legal case against Disney. And the more that Pedro Pascal opens his mouth and says this sort of thing without any seemingly repercussions on his for him on this, well, then it just suggests that Disney is a political actor. And when she actually does bring her lawsuit with the court, this is something that's going to be brought up. We already know information on Pedro Pascal is going to be evidence administered in the court case. So I think in a lot of the statements that he's also made in interviews and on social media and other things of that matter will probably also be brought up. So he probably should tone down a lot of what he's saying, because even if it doesn't necessarily alienate audiences to the movies that he's going to be in for Disney, which I think it will contribute to that, but also because there actually could be legal ramifications for Disney if he continues down this path and there's no ill effects to him as a result of all this. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think there's going to be any problems for Disney because of Pedro Pascal? Or do you think this is just a huge nothing burger? And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to click that like button and share this video out there because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.